As more than 20 million flood victims clamor for aid, officials in Pakistan remain unmoved. Despite the widespread calamity, the aid disbursement has been rife with cases of funds misappropriation, fake camps for photo ops, and diverting water into the lands of poor farmers. Of the $315 million worth of aid reaching Pakistan through the United Nations, $216 million will be distributed by United Nations and other associated agencies and NGOs. Despite the visible lack of multinational confidence in the official machinery, Pakistani politicians have been at the center of misappropriating the little funds that are getting to the government. Victims inhabiting camps in the district of Sakhar in Sindh complained that they were not given any food or other relief good rations, despite government claims that Rs 7 million per day was being released to the camps for relief goods. The money was bungled by a host of government officials, including the DCO Sakhar Inamullah Khan Dharejo. However, the Prime Minister, instead of quelling the fears of his people, thrice visited fake camps for none other than a photo op. First, on August 5th, a fake medical camp in Miawali where he distributed checks. Then, on August 12th at Sobatpur in Balochistan, and repeating the criminal offense mere 5 days later at another camp in Dera Ismail Khan. But the corruption is not only at the top. Land-owning government officials throughout the affected areas have been diverting water away from their own agricultural land and states. The entire length of the embankment is rife with tales of intentional levee breaches to safeguard certain states. The Khosas and Hujras family on the right side of the river deliberately breached a dike to flood Muzaffargarh in Punjab on August 2nd. Similar trend was seen downstream where on August 8th, a provincial parliamentarian of the area, Sayyid Khurshid Shah, prevented an embankment from being breached to safeguard his own lands, jeopardizing the main barrage in the area. And more innocent people were put in harm's way when on August 19th, a levee was breached to save an airbase in Jacobabad. As a result, 800,000 people in the area of Jafrabad, Balochistan had to abandon their homes and their lands. On August 27, MPA Abid Jatoi was filmed ordering men from nearby villages in Kot Shahu and government machinery to set up barriers to prevent floodwaters from reaching his 5,000-acre under-construction mansion.
ये बंद जो हमने बांधा अगर इसको वो गलत रंग में ले रहे हैं तो मैं समझता हूँ ये नाइंसाफी ज्यादती होगी हर एक लाजमी अपने घर को बचाने की कोशिश कर
Latest reports suggest that the initial fervor for help has washed over and the NGOs are struggling to provide aid to the people as camps fill up and queues become longer. And when the money is needed the most by the people who have lost their homes, their livelihoods, their life belongings, the Pakistani president has approved $11 million for a monument in the federal capital of Islamabad. The proposed monument will be built in the expensive Shakarpania forest areas of the capital. The land alone for the monument is going to cost upwards of $5 million, while the monument itself will cost $4.9 million. How will this monument benefit the flood victims? When will all this stop?